question for Miriam, because, of course, she's not Britain's best-loved agony aunt for nothing. She's just returned from Colombia, a South American destination, I'm told, that's not to be sniffed at, where she's been visiting. Well, who have you been visiting in Colombia, Miriam?
I went to visit my a little girl that I sponsor through a charity called Plan UK.
Right.
I've been sponsoring her since she was a baby.
You told me before you've sponsored... How many children have you sponsored altogether?
Practically 30.
30, sure.
All girls.
OK.
I only sponsor girls because I think they need more help than boys.
I'm not offended.
They're all over the world, and I usually have 6. Over the years, I've sponsored about 30. Some of them have gone on to do great things. One's become a nurse, one's become a teacher.
From all over the world?
Yes.
Not just Colombia?
Oh, no, all over the world. And at the moment, I have Colombia, Paraguay, India, Sri Lanka, the Philippines.
And what do all your children cost you, then, these sponsored children?
Oh, well, it's, you know, compared to
real
toys,
children.
Yes.
Yes.
Very little. It's, you know, around about £15 a month for each child.
And what does that money buy?
Well, the reason I like this particular charity is that it's wraparound care for a child. So the child has better care. You also support the family. You also, a bit of the sponsorship goes to the community, and then a bit of the sponsorship goes to things like roads, clean water, schools, school meals.
So it is
health clinics.
It's the whole package.
Yes, it is, and that's really, you know, it wraps around your child, her family, and the community, and that's why I like sponsoring.
We have some lovely footage of Miriam's first face-to-face visit with one of her children. Here is Miriam getting a hug from 5-year-old Mariana.
I'm on my way to the community where my sponsored child is. She's called Mariana. She's now 5 years old, and I've been sponsoring her since she was a baby. And I followed her progress. We exchanged letters and postcards with her and her family and her community through those 5 years.
So how can people, if people watching fancy adopting a child like Mariana...
It's not adopting, it's sponsoring.
Well, sponsoring.
Yeah, sponsoring. Well, you get in touch with Plan UK. You can just go onto the website, Plan UK, and you can find out all the details of how to go about sponsorship.
Colombia, I mean, it attracts some pretty hairy headlines for some pretty hairy things. What was your experience like?
Well, I didn't visit the northern coast, which is where most of the fighting is still going on, the Caribbean coast and the Pacific coast. I went as far as Cartagena in the north and visited communities all around Cartagena. But I mean, I know that there's fighting going on, but I didn't experience any. However, the first thing that happened to me when I got to Bogota, actually, was I had a security briefing to prepare, you know, for any contingency. But no, I was in the very safe hands of Plan, and so you know, it was. I felt pretty safe. I never felt at any time insecure. I mean,
I've heard from friends of mine who've travelled through the whole of Central and South America, and they said it's much improved from where it has been. It's much safer. And in fact, we're going to hear a little later on, I think, now Colombian children amongst the happiest in the world, which I find quite extraordinary.
I'm not surprised because I met a lot of Colombian children, and I was astonished at these are children actually that Plan has helped, there's Mariana, 5 years old, who's embarking on a journey for the rest of her life. By the way, the first words she said to me were, "I want to be a doctor." Knows what to say. And but I saw some of the girls that have been helped by Plan, and they are the most fantastic 13 and 14-year-olds.
Okay.